Shalom YouTube, it's your boy Micaiah, aka the Hawkeye Hebrew, coming at you with another build video. And today we're playing on my Magplar build. I've been using this build in Champion Point, Cyrodiil, and in Battlegrounds, and it performs very well in both aspects. So let's go ahead and go over the character sheet. Our maximum magicka is coming in at 25,000. Our max health is coming in at 28,000, and our max stam is coming in at 13,000. We have, let's see, 1,800 mag recovery, and that actually goes up to about 2,200 with our defensive rune skill. So we have plenty of mag recovery on this build. We have about 1,000 health recovery, and stam recovery kind of irrelevant. Our spell damage is coming in at 6,322. We have 26% crit, and our spell pen is coming in at 5,600. And I'll show you a couple ways to get that higher a little bit later in the build. Our resistances are coming in at 24,700. We have 1,444 crit resist, 42 points in the magic, 22 in the health. We're using the Clockwork Citrus Fillet Food, the Atronach Munda Stone, and my character's a high elf. As far as the let's go ahead and go over the sets. The first 5-piece set that we're using is Deadly. This used to be an extremely meta set back in the day, and I feel like it kind of fell off the map when people just started using other things. But this set is still really good. It's giving you 2 lines of damage, a line of crit chance, and it's increasing the damage of our damage over time and channeled abilities by 15%. So that's our jabs and our radiant oppression. They're both getting an extra 15% damage boost. So this set is really nice. I have this in 2 mauls or maces, 2 maces. One with a weapon damage enchant, and that's a Nirnhone. And the other is Sharpened with a shock damage enchant to proc minor vulnerability on our enemy. And I think that increases the damage that they take by 5%. So that's our first 5-piece set. I just have a random restoration staff on my back bar with the powered trait to boost my healing. And I mainly just use this to throw heavy attacks and get my magicka back. The monster set we're using is Engine Guardian. I have this in a heavy helmet with a tri-stat enchant on there. And Engine Guardian gives us a 1-piece irrelevant line of health recovery. We don't even care about that. And the 2-piece, when you use an ability that costs resources, which is anything, you get a 25% chance to summon a Dwemer that gives you a bunch of stats back over 6 seconds. And we're really not even using it for that as well. We're mainly using this build because of how much damage it blocks. I can't tell you how many times I've been fighting a Dragon Knight, and the Dragon Knight tries to fossilize me, and he fossilizes my Engine Guardian, or somebody tries to drop a meteor on my head, and they end up targeting my Engine Guardian, and he ends up getting hit with the meteor, and I just kind of walk off. This monster helm ignores so much damage. Like, it's like a meat shield kind of. That's really the main reason we wear this. Sometimes when you get the health back or the magic back, it definitely helps, but we're not relying on it. So the second 5-piece set we have is Rattle Cage, and I really like Rattle Cage because it gives us another line of health. And it gives us 400 weapon and spell damage. And then on the 5-piece trait, we get major brutality and sorcery at all times, which is useful for me because I always run out of bar space on my Templar, whether it's Magplar or Stamplar. There's always so many good skills I want to use, but there's never enough bar space. So you could use the mage skill that gives you major sorcery, or you can use spell power pots, but I would much rather use this set. Plus it's giving you 400 weapon and spell damage. That's a lot. So I have this in a reinforced chest. We have the Engine Guardian shoulder. That's a medium well fitted. It should be light, but I don't have a light piece. And we have deadly well fitted, rattle cage reinforced, and deadly well fitted. As far as the jewelry, I have infused with mag recovery, one bloodthirsty with spell damage, and one infused with spell damage. Since we have so much recovery, you could change this to a damage enchant. I know most Magplars don't run as much mag recovery as I do. They probably run less. You could, if you're comfortable with less recovery, you could change this to a damage enchant and have even more damage. Also, like I was saying earlier in the build, this build could use more penetration. And the way that you would do that is you could change this Nirnhone Maul to sharpen. That would give you a little more pen. And then you could also drop Engine Guardian. And let's see how much pen I have right now. We have 5,600. So what you could do is, and this is also the no proc setup right here. Switch this to like either Lady Maligda or a Crag or a Valken Scoria and get the one piece penetration. You could do that, and then like on the shoulder you can come down here, and if you have a light Valken Scoria, that would be ideal because wearing light armor gives you more pen as well. So I could put this one piece Valken Scoria on, and then you see I have way more pen. Now we at 8,500. You do another sharpened mace or maul, that'll get you up to 9k. So that's how you boost your pen up. But in most fights I don't need this much. It's only when I'm fighting tankier targets like Dragon Knights or Wardens that you would really need this, and those are the ways that you would get that. And then once again, like I said, this is the no proc setup. Switch to two one-piece monster helms with penetration. Rattle Cage and Deadly both work in the no proc campaign. I've already tested it out and they both work, so you're good on that part. And that's the gear. As far as skills, we're using Puncturing Sweeps, which is being boosted by our Deadly set. We have Radiant Mage Light. The reason you want Radiant Mage Light is because it gives you a 12-meter stealth reveal for the pesky Nightblades out there trying to gank you. But also, and this is the real reason I run it, like I don't think a lot of people know about this, while slotted you gain Major Savagery and Prophecy, increasing your crit. You also prevent the stun from stealth attacks for you and nearby allies. So as long as I'm on this bar when I'm moving around, me and my allies, whoever's in my group, can't be stunned from stealth. And that's huge because that's the main reason people end up dying from ganks, is you get stunned and you can't break free fast enough before you get hit with a spec bow. So it's not going to keep you alive all the time, but the fact that you can't be stunned from stealth at least helps. And that's why I run that skill. I also don't have my Mage Guild skill line all the way leveled. If I did, I would get a little more mag recovery and max magicka from having this slotted. So this is a stacked skill. It's giving you a lot of stuff. What else? We have Honor the Dead, and you can see the tooltip on that. This is a really good burst heal. I also have this on the same bar with Radiant Mage Light because that's how I survive being ganked. As soon as I get hit, I can just pop a couple of these and have my health back. Using toppling charge, this is our gap closer, our stun. It sets the enemy off balance. It's a really good skill. Radiant oppression, this is our other ability being buffed by deadly. And this thing is cheating. This skill is busted, man. Like, this skill is super strong. I don't know why ZeniMax buffed this from 480 execute damage to 500. I feel like this is the only skill in the game with 500 execute damage. And it's got a 28-meter range. This skill is broken. But we're using it. So, ultimate is Crescent. This ability hits hard, has a low cost. It's only 71 ulti. And if you hit enemies in your path, which is in front of you, it deals 60% more damage. So this thing will absolutely nuke people for like 10k sometimes. That's our front bar. Back bar, we're using Race Against Time. It gives us a little more crit damage, speed, snare removal. And while we have it slotted on our bar, we can get this little shield for defense. Pretty nice. Channeled Focus, this is our armor buff, and it's giving us an extra 482 mag recovery, or 484, sorry. Giving us an extra 484 mag recovery. We have Resolving Vigor. This is an amazing heal over time. It's giving us an extra 3000 resist or armor. Extended Ritual. This is healing. It's a purge. This thing is really nice as well. Cleanse any negative effects off of you. And then we have Purifying Light. This kind of adds to our burst. And it also gives you a little miniature heal when the effect ends as well. So we have a lot of healing. As far as your back bar ultimate, I just have Remembrance back here. If I end up using it, I get major protection for 10 seconds. It's really, I never use this, but it's there in case I need it. And those are pretty much the skills. Anything, I use High Elf because you kind of get a little extra mitigation. So while you use an Aedric Spear ability, you gain minor protection for 6 seconds, which reduces your damage taken by 5%. And then when you come down to the High Elf passives, if I get to it, the spell recharge. When you are using an ability with a channel or cast time, you take 5% less damage. So anytime we're jabbing mainly jabs. Anytime you use jabs, you're taking 10% less damage. 5 from minor protection and 5 from the High Elf passive. And then you get a little extra mag and stam return, but you also get 2000 magicka and 258 weapon and spell damage. So I really like High Elf. I think if you use Breton or anything else, it's not gonna hurt. You would probably have better sustain, but I decided to go High Elf, and I don't regret that decision at all. Let's see, champion points. In the green tree, mainly just want Steed's Blessing. I have Gifted Rider and War Mount. In the blue tree, I decided to go with Ironclad, Master at Arms to buff our direct damage, and Biting Aura because jabs is a direct damage area of effect attack. So these two skills both buff jabs, and Biting Aura also buffs our ultimate ability. So I decided to go with both of those. And then what else did I have? Oh, Wrathful Strikes gives us an extra 205 weapon and spell damage to our damage abilities. That's the blue tree. And then in the red, I took Boundless Vitality for extra health, Survival Instincts, Pain's Refuge, and Sustained by Suffering. One thing to note, that when you go into Battlegrounds, your max health will drop from 28 down to 26. So if you wanted to swap that out, you could probably put a little more, drop your mag and put a little more points into health. But that's pretty much the build. Hopefully you all enjoy everything and hope you enjoy the gameplay. And I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.
Instead, I'm dancing with the minute. Bust!